Love is a transformative experience that grows and adapts over time, taking on new layers, meanings, and expressions with each phase of life. Today, let's explore the topic of love before and after turning 30. We'll discuss how this evolution affects the way we perceive romance, build relationships, and ultimately come to understand ourselves. This exploration isn't just about age. It's about maturity, self-discovery, and understanding what truly matters in a relationship. For many, these are profound questions, because who hasn't wondered about what they genuinely want in love? And is what we desire in our 20s the same as what we seek in our 30s and beyond? To kick things off, we'll start with the question to spark some reflection. What really changes in love when we go from our 20s to our 30s? In early adulthood, especially between the ages of 20 and 30, love is often viewed through a lens of excitement and spontaneity. It's a time filled with self-discovery, adventure, and an eager pursuit of new experiences. In this phase, many are not necessarily looking for a lifelong commitment, but rather for the thrill that love can bring. For many people, their first significant romantic experiences happen in this decade, which means they are still in the process of learning about love, relationships, and even about themselves. The relationships formed during this time often serve as a foundation, teaching important lessons about compatibility, communication, and compromise. One of the defining aspects of love in our 20s is its intensity. Young love can feel all-consuming, often focused on the pursuit of passion, adventure, and novelty. Many people in this age range prioritize the excitement of new relationships, craving the feelings of exhilaration and attraction. Relationships in this phase can sometimes be short-lived, driven by emotional highs rather than by a strong, grounded foundation. In this stage, love is often fueled by idealized visions of romance, which are reinforced by popular media, social media, and societal expectations. The notion of finding the one and living a fairy tale romance is enticing, and the focus is frequently on creating picture-perfect memories rather than building long-term compatibility. Social media can play a significant role in shaping expectations about love and relationships in this period. Many people in their 20s are influenced by the carefully curated lives of others, often seeing idealized representations of romance that may not reflect reality. It's easy to scroll through endless images of couples on vacations, celebrating anniversaries, and appearing blissfully happy. These images create a high bar, making it seem as though love should always be exciting, joyful, and Instagram-worthy. This can lead to a comparison trap, where individuals feel as though their relationships must match these high standards or risk seeming inadequate. It's a phase where love is often synonymous with adventure, and relationships are driven by the desire for shared experiences that defy the ordinary. In the pursuit of this idealized version of romance, there's often a tendency to look for a partner who brings instant happiness and fulfillment. This fairy tale syndrome can create unrealistic expectations, where the responsibility of emotional well-being is placed on a partner rather than developed individually. In other words, people might search for someone to complete them or to fill a void, without fully recognizing the importance of cultivating personal happiness first. This can lead to relationships where dependency and unrealistic expectations can become sources of friction. Yet, despite these challenges, the 20s are also a time of growth, providing an opportunity to understand what one truly desires from a relationship. Entering the late 20s and approaching 30 marks a significant transitional period in life. It's a time when many people begin to reassess their priorities, examining what truly matters in both personal and romantic contexts. This shift often coincides with a more profound level of self-awareness. With the lessons learned from past relationships, there is a growing understanding that lasting love is not only about excitement and attraction, but also about compatibility, trust, and mutual respect. By the time we reach 30, there is a sense of maturity that shapes the way love is approached and nurtured. Self-discovery becomes a priority during this period. Individuals start recognizing the importance of knowing themselves, understanding their needs, and developing emotional resilience. In contrast to their younger years, When love was about intensity and passion, the focus shifts toward finding someone who genuinely complements their life, rather than completing it. The realization dawns that a fulfilling relationship is based on shared values, long-term compatibility, and mutual support, rather than solely on physical attraction or shared adventures. As self-awareness grows, so does the ability to identify toxic patterns or red flags that were perhaps overlooked in previous relationships. In other words, by this age, people are better equipped to understand what they need to feel secure, valued, and appreciated in a relationship. This phase of self-awareness allows individuals to identify and prioritize qualities that matter most, such as respect, empathy, and open communication. In the past, they may have overlooked these aspects in favor of short-lived passion, but now, there is a desire for stability and meaningful connection. The maturity that comes with age encourages individuals to approach love with less haste and a deeper understanding of what truly sustains a relationship over time. This change in perspective also means that people become more intentional about the relationships they enter. Instead of rushing into a commitment, they seek someone who aligns with their vision of the future. Once past the age of 30, love takes on an even more realistic, grounded meaning. The accumulated experiences from past relationships provide insights that help individuals discern what matters in a long-term partnership. While younger love might have revolved around chemistry and attraction, love after 30 is often about companionship, trust, and respect. This kind of love values the quality of the connection over the frequency of grand romantic gestures. Love in this stage is more about creating a solid, enduring partnership that can withstand life's challenges rather than one built on fleeting excitement. There's a deep appreciation for consistency and loyalty, as these qualities are seen as the bedrock of a lasting relationship. Communication becomes essential in love after 30. At this point, people are more aware of the importance of open dialogue, honesty, and resolving conflicts constructively. Rather than expecting love to be perfect and without conflict, individuals come to understand that disagreements are natural and can be opportunities for growth. There's a realization that healthy relationships require effective communication and compromise, and that dealing with differences in a mature way is crucial to sustaining a long-lasting bond. Additionally, practical aspects such as financial stability, career goals, and shared values begin to play a more prominent role. The relationship is no longer only about romantic fulfillment, but also about building a stable, balanced life together. Comparing love before and after 30 reveals both significant differences and meaningful similarities. In our 20s, relationships are often spontaneous and intense, driven by the excitement of exploring love for the first time. By our 30s, there is a greater focus on depth, understanding, and the qualities that make a relationship resilient over the long term. Yet, despite these changes, the desire for a meaningful connection remains constant. The major difference lies in expectations. In our 20s, we may look for a partner to provide us with happiness and excitement, while in our 30s, we seek a partner to build a life with, based on shared values and goals. In both stages, however, the importance of self-love is evident. Developing emotional independence and learning to cultivate inner happiness are key to establishing healthy relationships. In our 20s, self-love might be more about discovering our passions and forming our identity, while in our 30s, it becomes a stable foundation that prevents emotional dependency and fosters mutual respect. This growth enables individuals to enter relationships as whole, self-assured people who complement each other rather than relying on one another for fulfillment. For those experiencing these shifts in love, several strategies can help ease the transition and lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. First and foremost is the importance of self-awareness. Understanding what you truly want, what qualities you value in a partner, and what you expect from a relationship are essential insights that can guide your choices at any age. Communication skills are also crucial. Expressing your feelings honestly and listening with empathy are cornerstones of a strong, genuine connection. Respecting each other's individuality, Setting healthy boundaries and cultivating self-love are all practices that help relationships thrive, regardless of the stage of life. Ultimately, love doesn't have to be feared as it changes over time, but rather embraced and appreciated for its evolving nature. Each phase brings its unique beauty and lessons, and these experiences allow for personal growth and a deeper understanding of what we want and need in a partner. For those in their 20s, it's a time to enjoy the intensity of romance while approaching it with self-awareness. For those in their 30s, it's about valuing stability and creating a foundation for a fulfilling future. So, whether you're just starting out in love or finding it again with a fresh perspective, the journey of love is one of continuous learning and growth. As we conclude this discussion, we want to invite you to share your own stories, reflections, and thoughts on love. How has your perspective on love changed over time? What have you learned from your experiences? And how do you approach relationships differently now? Let's create a community of shared experiences, where we can learn from each other's insights and continue to grow together in our understanding of love.